Hello, hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Maybe some of you are joining from overseas. So, good morning, whatever the time. Greetings and welcome. Jai Shri. හැමදෙනාටම සියලු යහපත සැනසීම වේවා කියලා යහපත් වූ අරමුණකින් අපි මේ කරන වැඩේ පටන් ගමු. So anyway, please note that this training will be fundamentally in English. So pay attention, and if you have any difficulty, drop a message and I will respond when the time is right for responding questions, okay? So I believe everyone know who I am. I go as Jai Shri Mata. I have a so-called general name, that is Yamini D. Samaratunga. So I was a coach, a trainer, a hypnotherapist, HRD consultant, Reiki master, a psychologist as well. So all that changed in year 2019 November, and my life turned around. What to do, right? So we are now living a different lifestyle. However, still serving the purpose of adding value to life. Something interesting happened the moment we started the training. There is a power cut. We believe we have enough capacity, power, and enough lighting coming from the window so that you can see and hear me clearly, and you will be able to participate in this training very well. Okay. So who's online? So I see Amidananda Thero and Ashan, Chandani, Chaturi, Dilani, Mekhala, Nayana, Naomi, and Udesh, Priyanka. Let me admit. So Anurad, I think, is joining from USA, and Dilani also from USA, and Champa. Okay, wonderful. So keep your microphone muted. Anytime if you get disturbed in your internet connection, feel free to switch off your video. But for now, I can see and see you clearly. Yeah. So thank you for joining. I want to tell you, I really deeply appreciate you taking this effort in healing yourself or trying to heal anyone else. I really appreciate, and I congratulate you. I congratulate you for taking this effort. I am not too sure whether you are going through depression, so to say, or you're having depressive symptoms, or maybe you are having someone else in your life that you would like to help with this knowledge. At the same time, it could be for some of you, because I can understand your energy, although you are far away and distant, I can read your energy and understand. Some of you are actually fairly in a stable mindset and in a good health condition as well. But see, specifically for those who are going on the path of spirituality, and those who are going on this path of personal development, self-healing, the mind journey, tend to carry sometimes residuals of long-term distress, which is not depression. How do I know that? I know through my life experience, right? Because some damage that caused on our brain due to depression or depressive episodes in our life can be quite devastating. So I see a lot of people going into meditation and unable to meditate. I have seen some scenarios in temples and meditative resorts and ashrams, so to say. They are fundamentally dealing with problems in their brain. There's nothing wrong in their spirituality. So they need guidance, a holistic approach to help them bring balance. So I understand that not all of you are going through depression or having depressive symptoms. Maybe you're at the tail end of a very distressful time in your life and you need some help, or you're here to help someone else in your life. Or you're actually feeling okay. You're doing good in your life. I know some of you. You're doing good enough. But you are struggling with managing a good mood throughout the day. A good mood throughout the day, right? High level of energy, good level of energy throughout the day. So it could be that as well. So today's training is for all of you. So those of you know me knows that I am known to deliver very unstructured presentations, so to say. I'm not a person who's delivering very structured stuff, but this is a topic that I will have to be fairly structured and specific in a way. So I kindly request you to keep some water, a pen and paper next to you. It's very important you keep yourself hydrated because we will be doing a meditative experience, have a meditative experience as well as breathing exercise. Have some water, make sure you're not disturbed, and have a pen and paper to make some notes because I will be sharing some technical stuff. So say for an example, you are a counselor or you are a teacher, you are an educationist or a therapist, and you need to have some tools. It's important you make some notes, some specific notes, yeah? Right. So I will be referring to notes. This is not usually Jamini or for that matter, Jayashree Mata. I've been doing training for how many, 15 plus years perhaps. I hardly refer to notes, but this time I thought I will have to be very structured on this topic because there are some technical stuff I want to share with you. Right. Please note that this is not an academic presentation. Okay. I do it with love and kindness to mankind. During different times of the month, a week, a year, I get these insights as to the topics that I must talk and leave some wisdom. So this is also in line with such an insight I received recently, especially after meditation. So when I am very clear about that subject that I have to talk, then I take action. Otherwise, we do not necessarily take action to achieve anything particular. That is personally me, right? So this is not an academic presentation, but I will be referring to some technical details like facts and findings from research, and they are from peer-reviewed, highly recognized journals in the world. Also recently, I came across some teachings from a professor in neuroscience called Andrew Huberman, professor at University of Stanford. And he's so good in his work. And I got really inspired to follow some technical studies done by him and presentations, etc. So he inspired me to work on finding out more about these topics once I studied in my MSc in applied psychology. So it's kind of renewal for me. So I'm talking about him and mentioning his name as a way of transferring merits or passing merits, invoking blessings to a man who's doing a great job by educating humanity, bringing science to day-to-day life. His stuff are really good. I myself started using some brain hacks because I'm using my brain totally as an experimental subject. So I'm just using this in every possible way in the remaining lifetime of my life to expand human consciousness. I want to understand what it means to be human in all dimensions. So as long as I have this mind-body structure, I'm just using it, although I'm not really living in it, so to say. If you can understand what I'm saying, it's a big idea, but we are, like, I personally use my body as an experimental subject. So as a result of such experiments done recently, I realized that scientific content is also very useful than just spiritual stuff and philosophical stuff, because I'm really good in explaining things in philosophical terms. But it's important to give you the biopsychology behind these topics, especially a topic like depression. Right. So I also want to highlight an important point here. Be mindful of the sensitivity of self-diagnosis, right? Usually people, when they come into this kind of content, like they find about depression or any other psychological disorder, sometimes people tend to do self-diagnosis. It tend to happen. We all do that, right? You read the list of symptoms of certain psychological disorder, and then you try to find out if you have anything related to that. So be mindful of that. Pay attention to all the details, be very well aware. However, we do not encourage doing self-diagnosis, but if you are suffering from certain symptoms for a long time, we recommend you consulting a qualified healthcare professional. Okay. So my intention, fundamentally, I want to highlight my intention. Yes, we talk about depression, categorically about depression. Why can I talk about it? I suffered from it 17 years ago. And that's a bad place to be. Depression is not a nice thing. It's a terrible, dark place. So I know the pain. I really know the pain. So my life purpose came out as a result of going through that depressive episode in my life. I was only around 25, 26 years old, very successful, very egoistic. As a young woman, I set my mind to something and I accomplish it. I set my mind on something, I have it. I think about it, I have it some days, like next minute, next day. Especially my partner at that time got really, really, frustrated, and it was difficult for him to handle such a level of success academically and professionally. So I will, when I present the technical details, you'll be able to relate to that story. From a more spiritual and a philosophical perspective, this is my take on life in general. Every pain that we go through, every pain, fear, frustration, depression, loss, those dark side, right, the darkness of our lives, is actually the wrapping of our divine gift. The so-called divine gift, or your big why in life, does not come in a beautiful package. No. No. It comes packed in a dark wrapping. So for me, 17 plus years ago, depression was the wrapping of my cosmic gift or divine gift. I am ever so grateful that it happened to me at an early age than now. Yeah. So I was taken to a psychologist at that time. Things became really dysfunctional. And that was where I had that moment of truth. As I was seated in front of that psychologist, I felt alone, distant, lost in a corner and cannot find my way out. Felt totally unloved and hopeless. By that time, I was extremely successful senior executive in an international airline. I was a sales manager for Singapore Airlines. By that time, I was completing my first degree with the first class, chartered marketing, Australian Computer Society, the qualifications, and also MBA with merits, right? And I was married to the love of my life. I was still unhappy, very, very unhappy. My health was deteriorating. And finally, my loved ones had to take me to someone for help. At that moment, I felt the highest amount of deep pain and sadness to a level I could hardly hear what the therapist was talking. He was a very known psychologist at that time. And I asked myself, if I'm going through this pain, how many people out there must be going through the same or worse? That was the question. I know the pain. Boy, කිසිම මනුස්සයට මෙවැනි දුකක් ඇති වෙන්න එපා කියලා හිතෙනවා. And then at the same time, so if I'm going through this pain, how many women out there must be going through this pain? Then, no sooner I asked that question, or that at least I received that thought in my head, the next was like, yeah, you know the pain, that means you can do something about it. You can come out of the pain and you can tell the world that is the journey. That's the beginning of my purposeful life. Then I learned NLP, helped myself learn Reiki, meditation, of course, something I was practicing from early as age 3, 4. It was part of my life anyway. That awareness, that vision, that higher vision about life, that was always there. The problem was bringing balance to normal day-to-day life. So this topic is very, very personal. I have my reasons to talk about it after 17 years. Of course, I've done many training and sessions and healings prior to this. But I have my reasons to talk about it now than later. Be it 16 people here, it doesn't really matter, one person. Actually, for me as a teacher, even one person is enough for me to bring about a change in the world. Of course, the first person is myself. And if I am fortunate enough, I will have one more person or a few more people sharing and joining hands. And I can bring about the change through them. When you change yourself, you are changing the whole world. I repeat it to you. When you change yourself, you are changing the whole world. Whole world. Okay? So my intention is to categorically to help you bring about a permanent positive change in your life this year. Year 2022 is going to be yet another interesting year for humanity. So please work on yourself. Now. Please work on yourself now. Anyone coming close to age 33, please put much more effort, increase your resilience, and really diligently work on yourself. Anyone, any women, females specifically here, closing age 39, diligently work on yourself. Veere vadala, parana පුද්ගල ස්වභාවයේ කැමති නැති කොටස් වෙනස් කරගන්න. හිතුවොත් පුළුවන්. Age 42, both men and women, if you are coming to that age, don't give up. If things didn't work out for you for the longest time, please don't give up. It's a critical, crucial year. And year 2022, as mankind, we will be facing a very different world. You all are light workers. I consider all of you as light workers. Be that you are a therapist, teacher, educationist, doesn't really matter. Regardless the fact that whatever the job you are doing, it doesn't really matter. You are a light worker. That's why you are here with me this evening in this training. Right. We are going to take a small poll, so to say, like a little self-assessment. One more information, all right? After this training, I will give you an opportunity to, of course, pick up whatever is relevant to you as tools, techniques, and approaches, and help yourself. Help yourself first to balance your mood, balance your energy, balance your overall health and well-being, or for that matter, overcome depression if you are going through it. Okay? So first, help yourself using some or all of the tools that I'm suggesting, because all these tools I have experimented in my life. Those are, of course, not from a book or from a teacher. They're totally from my life, and I present it to you. You can use them for 1 month, and I will be in touch with you after 1 month. But more or less on one-on-one basis, because I really like and love and honor and admire dedicated, committed, determined human beings, individuals, students. I really like them. So I don't mind investing on such individuals till the beginning of next year. So pay attention, absorb as much as you can. Tell yourself that you're going to do the best in this training. You're going to absorb 100%, and you will be able to apply it in your life to have a great life, to make a permanent positive change. All right. And after 1 month, right, we will see the effectiveness of this use of these techniques in your life. And because it will be like more or less a personal guidance coming from me, you'll be able to open up with me and share more specific stuff, right? So that is something I offer, considering reading the energy of some of you specifically. So this is an opening I'm creating for them to connect with me with trust and love and respect. Okay, so in a month's time, we will connect more on a personal level, and you will be your own witness. Your life, you will witness your life has changed. We want that happen. So in the chat box, I would like you to now put your sort of responses. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Basically, you just have to type in 1 to 10, any number between 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest score, 10 is the highest score. Okay, 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. The first question, and also the first answer comes to your mind, you better put it down. Don't try to manipulate it, thinking it is bad to put a lower figure or something like that. Don't manipulate it. Be honest and state it as honest. And also the first thing come to your mind. You don't need to crack your head around putting the figure down, okay? Your subconscious mind or brain will help you do this. You just have to trust the process. First one, how much are you feeling good today? 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. Quickly send in your answers. So we have someone at 10, someone at 7, 4, 8, 7. Feeling good means happy, joyful, you have enough energy to do your work. 8, 5, 10, 7, 4, 7, 1. Nayana is feeling quite low today. Hold on, Nayana. There is Nayana. Hold on. Take it easy. You okay, Nayana? You're going to be okay. Trust me in this journey. Okay. Others? Everyone has responded? How much are you feeling good today? කොච්චරක් සතුටක් දැනෙනවද දවසේ? Feeling good, positive. It's a positive thing, feeling good. But if it is not so good, it is 1 and 10 is the highest score. Okay, wonderful. Second question. This one is a little different. How motivated you are today to accomplish something? Of course, you were motivated enough to come to the training on time and to follow through it. But let's say to complete a task at work related, or about children, or about a particular project, or to do some physical exercise, or to complete a meditative practice. Mental, physical, emotional, anything. 1 to 10, how motivated do you feel today to accomplish something? Nine, 5, 9, good. 5, 'Even for that matter, let's say you join this training and you want to really learn something solidly from it, and you're determined that you're going to learn something solid, and you want to share it with others, or to apply it in your life. Anything, like your level of motivation. Okay, right. I also want you to now, one more question. how relaxed or comfortable you are feeling now. How relaxed or comfortable? did, did I make you feel relaxed and comfortable? Because Gamakishri often fall asleep when I start talking. And he says it's a good thing. Right. Some of you are at 5, 6. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, interesting. So Nayana, you're at 10, right? So your serotonin, the happy hormone apparently is fine. Seems like your dopamine is low. Okay. So don't worry. We'll fix your hormone. So the chemistry in the brain, right? Yeah. Good. Okay. So let's get started. I would like to do a meditation. That's the plan. I have structured the whole thing. First time I'm doing this actually after, I don't know. I don't think even in the university or even for my MBA or for that matter, for the PhD, I don't think I have ever done this. I have never done this. I think I have really done some brain hacks. It's the first time I'm referring to a note and going through a structured session. No, I haven't done. Trust me on this. Okay, let's do some breathing and a meditative exercise. Yeah? Sit back, relax in your chair. Sit in a way you can hear me. Make sure your spine is straight. Yeah, very important. Your spine is straight. Both feet fully on the ground. Shoulders relaxed. Head is an elongation of your spine, not tilted. Some of you, I can see some tilts either side, up, down. No, it should be very balanced in the center. Shoulders relax. Very important. භාවනා කරද්දී ගොඩක් අය මේ හරියට තද කරගන්නවා මාංශපේශීන්. එහෙම බෑ. ගොඩාක් සැහැල්ලු වුණොත් නිින්ද යනවා, ගොඩාක් alert වුණොත් ආතතිය වැඩි වෙනවා. දෙකම balance කරනවා. Okay? Now pay attention to what I'm saying and do accordingly. We do something called spinal breathing. Pay attention to the end of your spine. හොඳුනාරටිය අගට මනසේ අවධානය ගේන්න. The tailbone. And breathe. When you breathe in, you breathe along the spine, the central vertical channel. You breathe along the spine all the way up. And you imagine the out breath comes out from the top. Yeah. So when you breathe, out breath comes out from the top. So close your eyes and breathe. Breathing in along your spine upwards. And imagine the out breath is coming out from the crown of your head. Couple of more times. Breathing in and out along the spine. Channel, almost thinking that you are channeling your breath along the spine from bottom to top, down, up. Few more times. Keep your eyes closed. Wonderful. Now imagine a beautiful white light. Okay, a white light above the crown of your head. සුදු පාට ආලෝකයක් හිස මුදුනි හිසට එළියෙන් හිතෙන් මවා ගන්න. ලස්සන සුදු පාට ආලෝකයක්. හිතෙන් මවා ගන්න පුළුවන් අය හිතෙන් මවා ගන්න අනිත් අය එහෙම සුදු පාට ආලෝකයක් කියලා හිතන්න. So different people are wired differently. Some people can imagine white light, some people can't. It's okay. Those who can imagine a white light, others just think that there's a white light of energy. And breathe that light from top to bottom. හිසේ සිට පාදාන්තය දක්වා ඉහළ සිට පහළට දැන්. අර සුදු පාට ආලෝකය හිමින් හිමින් තමාගේ සිරුරට ඇතුල් වෙනවා කියලා හිතමින් චිත්ත රූපමාවමින් හුස්ම ගන්න. So visualize this light is entering your body from the top of your head and gently penetrating into every cell in your body and going beyond your body, like penetrating through your skin to the outside. තමන්ගේ සිරුර ඇතුළට ඒ ආලෝකය ගිහිල්ලා තමන්ගේ සිරුරෙන් මේ ආලෝකය බාහිරයට විහිදිලා යනවා කියලා චිත්ත රූප මවන්න. Breathing in the white light into your body from the crown of your head, from top of your head to tip of your toes. හොඳට ඔය සිරුරේ අපහසුතා තියෙනවා කියලා හිතෙන දැනෙන අය ඒ විශේෂයෙන් මේ සිරුරේ කොටස් වලට මේ ආලෝකය ගිහිල්ලා වැඩ කරනවා කියලා හිතන්න පෙනෙන්න සලස්වන්න. So imagine the light is entering into those areas that you may have some discomfort, say your back muscle, and maybe you were quite disturbed due to disturbances in your sleep. So your head is full with this light of energy. Maybe you have problems in your stomach, legs, knee joints, certain skin condition. Whatever it is, keep imagining gently. Okay, be gentle. සියුම්ව කරන්න. ඒක හදිසියෙ කරන්න බෑ, හිම අවශ්‍යත් නැහැ. Wonderful. One more deep breath. You imagine this light penetrating beyond your body to the outside world. තව හොඳ දීර්ඝ හුස්මක් ගන්න ගමන් ඒ ආලෝකය තමන්ගේ ඔබට තමන්ගේ සිරුරෙන් ඔබට මේ බාහිර ලෝකයට තමන්ගෙන් පිටත සිරුරෙන් පිටත තියෙන බාහිර ලෝකය කියන දෙයට මේ ආලෝකය එකතු වෙන බව හිතන්න දකින්න. And now identify 3 things you feel grateful in your life. තමන්ගේ ජීවිතයේ ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙන කාරණා 3ක් මනසින් හඳුනා ගන්න. හරි සරලවම ගත්තොත් තමන් මේ මොහොතේ ජීවත් වෙනවා. හුස්ම ඉන්න තැන. දැන් අපිට මේ ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි පවර් කට් එක මෙහෙම ඉන්ෆෝම් කරලා නැතුවත් මෙහෙම තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි තාම මේ සම්බන්ධතාවය පවත්වාගෙන යනවා. ඒක ගොඩාක් ග්‍රේට්ෆුල් වෙනවා. පල්ලෙහ තට්ටුවේ හිට ඉඳගෙන කරා නම් ඉන්ටර්නෙට් ඩිස්රප්ට් වෙන්න තිබුණා. මම උදේ වරුවේ කිව්වා මේ උඩ තට්ටුවේ මේ කාමරේ රෙකෝඩින් රූම් එකේ මේක මට කරන්න සලස්සලා දෙන්න කියලා. ඒ නිසා අපිට කනෙක්ෂන් එක තියෙනවා. ඒ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ජීවිතේත් ඕන තරම් ඇති. නාද ආහාර ගන්න ඇති. ඒ කැම ටික හුස්ම වතුර ඒ වගේ බේසික් දෙයක් උනත් තෝරගන්න. Things that you feel grateful in your life. And for 1 minute, 1 solid minute. When 1 minute is up, I will let you know. Keep on thinking, thank you. Stuti, thank you කියන වචනය. ඒ හැඟීමෙන් හදවත පුරව ගන්න. මනසින් එක දිගට අර මන්ත්‍ර එකක් කියනවා වගේ thank you, thank you, thank you. 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 As දෙක පියාගෙන ඉන්න. Keep your eyes closed. Now bring your, for men, for the men here, the male energy here, පිරිමි පාර්ශවය අය මෙතන ඉන්න. දකුණු අත උදරයේ තියන්න, නාභියට උඩින්. Keep your right palm on your navel center, left palm in your chest. Females here, කාන්තා පාර්ශවය අය වම් අත පපුවේ තියන්න, වම් අත නාභියේ තියන්න, දකුණු අත පපුවෙන් තියන්න. එහෙම නැතත් ඒක පැටලුණත් එච්චර කලබල වෙන්න එපා. Tamante ඒ වෙලේ අත යන විදිහට ඒක කරන්න. නැත් ස්වභාවිකවම අත යයි, අත් දෙක යයි, වම් අත දකුණු අත විදිහට. මේ කාන්තා පිරිමිකමත් අපි මනසෙන් හදාගත්ත ඩෙන්ටිටි එකක්. අපේ ජීවිතවල විවිධ කාලවල මේල් ෆීමේල් එනර්ජි එක shift වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ හැම කාන්තාවක් ඇතුළම පිරිමි ශක්තියත් පිරිමි ඇතුළම කාන්තා ශක්තිය මේ දෙකම තියෙනවා. ඒකට අත් දෙක එහෙම පැටලුණා කියලා ගැටලුවක් කරගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. පහසුවෙන් නාභිය වැහෙන විදිහට එක අතක් තියාගන්න, අනිත් අත හොඳට පහසුවෙන් පපුව උඩින් තියාගන්න. රේකි හරි මොනවා හරි කරලා තියෙන අය ඉන්නවනම් අපිත් එක්ක හරි වෙන කොහොම හරි නැත්නම් මේ ශක්තිය ගැන අභ්‍යාස කරන අය ඉන්නවනම් මේ සම්බන්ධතාවය දැනෙන, connection එක දැනෙන. Even if you are not feeling it, it's okay. එහෙම තියාගෙන repeat, right? So keep one palm on your navel center, one palm on your chest, comfortably, with your eyes closed. Silently repeat the affirmation, I love you. Here the word I love you means you are loving yourself. තමන්ටම ආදරේ කරුණාවයි කියන ඒ හැඟීම ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. හරියට අපි කරන අර මෛත්‍රී භාවනාවේදී මම සෝපත් වේවා කියනවා වගේ අදහසක්. I love you. I love you. I love you. Breathe comfortably and keep repeating those words. I love you. Love you. I love you. Wonderful. Now take 3 deep breaths in. දෙට දීර්ඝ හුස්ම ගන්න නාසයෙන් අත් දෙක සැහැල්ලු අත් දෙක නිදහස් කරන්න. නාසයෙන් හුස්ම ගන්න. වැඩි වෙලාවක් අරගෙන breathe out කරන්න. So breathing in from your nose, breathe out with your mouth open for a longer time. Breathing in from your nose, breathing out with your mouth open, but out breath is longer, much longer, controlled out breath. Good. Now open your eyes and look at the way I breathe and follow it accordingly. Right? මම හුස්ම ගන්න විදිහ දිහා හොඳට බලන්න. ඒ විදිහට කරන්න. මේක වෙනස්. එතකොට මේක ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ alertness එක වැඩි කරනවා. මොකද දැන් relax වෙලා ඉන්න හැමෝගෙම brain එකේ function එක වෙනස් වුණා කරපු අභ්‍යාසය නිසා. You did a cognitive process by visualizing and with affirmations. There was some cognitive changes. And also with breathing, you influenced your hormones, rather neurotransmitters in your brain. I will talk about it in a moment. So there were people who were feeling very relaxed, but not so very energetic, right? So we wanted to bring a balance. So there was a person who's very alert, very functional, motivated, but not very relaxed and comfortable. Many of you were in the middle. It's also okay place to be, but maybe you need to enhance your feel-good factor and energy as well. So look at the way I breathe now and do it after me for a few times, right? Like this. You take quick 2 inhalations and breathe out with your mouth open. Nayana මේක හොඳට කරන්න. Specifically those who said they don't have enough energy today, they have to do it. කරද්දිම පොඩි ඩිසී ගතියක් එනවා නේද? Okay, it's okay, right? එහෙම වෙනවා නම් certainly the neurological pathways are working. තව කීප වතාවක් කරන්න. Right. So let's bring the balance now. Podi balance එකක් ගේමු දැන්. Like for me now, see, do you see a difference in my posture and shift suddenly? Yeah, because it increased this thing called norepinephrine. You'll understand the technical details, right? දැන් අර fight කරන්න පුළුවන්. අද කරේ energy එක ආව. අර calm energy එක low වැඩි. නිින්ද වැටෙනවා තව ටිකකින්. පාඩමට අහුම්කම් දෙන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් alert වෙනවා, right? ඕනනම් ඒක තව ඕන අය පොඩ්ඩක් කරන්න ඕනේ නිකන් මෙලෝ තියන අය. Okay? Oh, good. I think it really works for me. All right? We hacked the brain. Put brain hack එකක් කරේ ඔය, yeah? Right. So now see, even my voice changed. Did you notice my voice changed? Yeah. Wow, I like it. This is more like me. I'm not a mellow person. I'm not a mellow person. I'm generally high energy. Right. But we are talking about depression with all my smile and all that. I talk about depression like that, you would have got turned off, right? So I had to play it little low. Yeah. How can you talk about depression with a big smile on your face? I don't understand. Right. Good. Quick test now, before we go to the technical stuff. How much are you feeling energetic, feel good, balanced? I would define it: feel good, motivated, comfortable as well. Comfortable as well. Like earlier you were not feeling very comfortable, but now you are kind of comfortable. You feel you have come to a balance. 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. Put your ratings here, please. Rangika went to 9, Ashan went to 10, Chaturi went to 10. 9 and 9. What about Nayani? Anuradha went to 8. Vinu 10. Amidananda Thero at 8. Wonderful. Nayana 10. Very good. From 1 to 10, you did a good job. You must talk to me in person. I'd like to help you more. Okay. So, ready for the technical stuff. Here we go. Right? So, symptoms of depression. Symptoms. Depression. Lakshana. Lot of sadness and grief. First one, sadness. Like sad, generally sad. Grief, not like, for me, of course, at that time in my life, Everything was going right. I think about a particular salary and a car and all the package. I have it in less than a month. Like there are job offers. I ask for what I want, I have it. But I was sad, consistently sad, hopeless. Grief, of course, if you have had a loved ones, loss of a loved ones, relationship breakdown, some stress at work. Threshold of cry is low. Now here I know some of you in person. I'm not referring to women generally feeling low and crying, right? Very emotional. Let's say you are a person who have not been crying, like you hardly cry, you had emotional balance, but suddenly you feel very, very sad and your threshold to cry or shed tears it suddenly has gone down. Anhedonia, that means general lack or inability to enjoy those pleasurable things once you enjoyed in your life. Let's say for lay people, like many of you, except the Thero, let's say sex or food or travel, even for monks, like they have their preferred food and drinks. Suddenly, they find that the very thing they once enjoyed, I mean, one bite of it or one taste of some type of a tea, coffee, or for that matter, any other drink, you don't feel pleasure. It's missing. Some people, I have seen this with many men. By the way, my journey started with the desire to help more women, and I would have helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years. But the largest number of people I have helped in my life are men. Even as Jayashri Mata, if at all, my best students, true followers, true Buddha, ones who are becoming Buddhas, so to say, they are men. I mean, with all due respect to my beloved sisterhood, my dear girlfriends, so to say, right? You are good. You're wonderful. But it's very different. It's very different working with men and women. Maybe. So this is what I realized actually after all these years, especially last 2 years, that my brain is very much a male brain in a female body. That's why I was fearless, daring, don't give a damn. Just think about it and do it. Less emotional, although I used to be emotional during depressive times. I can pick up myself and let go anytime, just let go things. Women find it very difficult to let go. So they hold on to emotional baggage a lot more than men. And I interestingly found that I can relate to men easily. So a lot of my friends, closest friends are also men. Yeah. But I'm bringing that balance after 2020. I'm embracing the feminine energy. So some people, especially men, I wanted to tell you, they are mostly, when it comes to depression, very difficult to find if men are depressed, especially if they are introverts. I will teach you what do you mean by introverts. They don't express so much, but they suffer a lot. So they are generally feeling very neutral or flat. We call it flat. Throughout the day, the mood is very flat, neutral. So that is also a sign of depression. People who suffer depression tend to have negative delusional thinking. Okay. Negative delusional thinking, meaning, their brain often creates very scary stories about life. Something bad will happen to my family, my child, even to themselves. Somewhere something might go wrong. The brain is consistently creating, generating such thoughts, attracting such thoughts, and even situations into life. But this is delusional. It has nothing to do with reality. They might even think like they will get certain fatal diseases, let's say cancer, or will I get a heart attack? Will so and so will like die today? Will so and so do something really terrible to me? Delusional, negative delusional thinking. You may find it normal to you, but it's not normal. It's not normal, right? Your brain is fundamentally wired to generate scary, fearful thoughts. It's not a good place. It's a chemical thing happening, but it takes a while for you to become aware. When you are used to negative delusional thinking, you can also become very poisonous to others. You know what I mean by poisonous? Like you can cause really a lot of psychological damage to others because you suffer in fear. Then another this symptom hardly discussed even in literature. That's called anti-self-confabulation. What do you mean by that? Listen very carefully. People who suffer in depression has this thing called anti-self-confabulation, meaning they often see themselves as sick or weak and unwell. And they have negative beliefs about themselves far from reality. Let's say you met with an accident. No, not you. Let's say someone met with an accident and now this person is actually recovering. Or let's say this person had a psychological problem or some issue in his or her life. That's a significant improvement in his or her life. Let's say a medical doctor, medical professional, healthcare professional is confirming so-and-so is improving. But this person will deny, will believe that, no, I'm not recovering. I'm not getting better. It's actually getting worse. So they have negative beliefs far from reality. It's nothing to do with reality. Now you might think are they trying to manipulate others and get some benefit? No, they are not doing it for that purpose. They actually believe something's wrong about themselves. They actually believe they are not improving. They are constantly focused on what's going wrong because they believe that they are not getting better. I have met so many people in my life during training and therapy, etc. Right? It's a very, very dangerous one. So notice that, they don't believe in improving. Then you have also this people who suffer depression or depressive symptoms tend to have a constant feeling of exhaustion. Constant feeling of exhaustion, like tired. So sometimes even if they are tired, right, they can't fall asleep. So sleep disruption, if you have issues in your sleep, that means you have had or you're probably heading towards a depressive episode in your life, disruption in sleep. So ideally, this is what happens in our brain and the body, okay? First thing in the morning, we need to be little stressed or little alert in the morning, even to get up from the bed, yeah? You got to have some alertness. Alarm goes off. There are people who they drag themselves out of the bed. They don't have energy. They have not slept as well, right? So some people, they have slept, but still they don't have enough energy to pull themselves out from the bed. So ideally, first thing in the morning, you actually, with the alarm going off, you got to have some alertness coming. Otherwise, you can't function as an animal, right? You need the first hours in the morning, you got to have the stress hormone slightly going up. Without the stress hormone slightly going up, you cannot act You cannot work, right? But what happens to, like, ideally towards night, this cortisol, we call it cortisol, the stress hormone, should slowly go down. After 6, 7, preferably, it should start slowly going down. The stress level should go down, so that obviously you have more serotonin. We call it the happy here now hormone, the happy hormone, serotonin, right? So you're going to secrete more of that happy, easy, comfortable hormone, the hormone that makes you, rather neurotransmitter that makes you feel comfortable. You are at ease. We call it here and now hormone. When you have more serotonin created in your brain, you are someone who's in the present moment. දැන් අපි භාවනාව කරලා මෙහෙ සමාධියකට සමවැදුනාම ඒ ගැඹුරු සුවපත් භාවයේ දැනෙද්දී ඔය සෙරටනින් තමයි මොලේ වැඩි හරියක් ස්‍රාවය වෙන්නේ. දැන් අධික ලෙස there's another neurotransmitter called dopamine. දැන් dopamine වගේ එකක්. නැත්තම් norepinephrine කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ adrenaline, right? ඒ කියන්නේ anger hormone කියලාත් කියනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ activity, alertness වැඩි කරන දේ. So if you have those hormones going on, you can't even think of sitting down for meditation. You need to first balance that and then sit into meditation, right? So usually we recommend for someone like that doing a lot of physical activities or physical movement meditations before sitting down. I will come to that later. Then රාත්‍රියට මොකද වෙන්නේ? At night, you ideally have your cortisol going down. You have to deliberately do things to manage your cortisol levels low, so that at night, when it comes to your sleeping time, you're going to have a restful sleep. So this is about managing your stress responses. For people who have depression, something interesting happened. They actually create more cortisol towards night. රාත්‍රියට වෙන්න ස්ට්‍රෙස් හෝමෝන් එක වැඩියෙන් හැදෙන්න ගන්නවා. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඇත්තටම ડિප්‍රෙෂන් තියන අය හරි low energy වගේ තිබුණාට රෑ වෙද්දි සමහරලාට anxious වෙනවා. They become anxious. And they have fear about the future. So with that anxiety, there's this norepinephrine, so-called, and which is adrenaline, right? මේවා ස්‍රාවය වෙනවා. වැඩිපුර ඒගොල්ලෝ alert වෙනවා. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලන්ට relax වෙන්න බෑ. Then some people experience reduced appetite when it comes to depression. For some, they have increased cravings. Cravings for what kind of food? Sugar and carbs, carbohydrate food. Because when you eat sugar and carbs, it actually increases serotonin. අර happy hormone එක කියන එක දැන් ඔය බත් ගෙඩියක් එහෙම කාපුවාම මොකද වෙන්නේ? ලොකු බත් එකක් ආවද නේ? හොඳට නිදා ගන්න පුළුවන්, right? ඒ වුණාට හොඳට protein අධික කෑමක් කෑවොත් නිදා ගන්න බෑ. active වෙනවා. නේ? So if you eat carbohydrates towards the evening, that is recommended. Anyway, I'll come to that what to do list later. Please remember, some people reduce appetite when it comes to depression, and for some people, they have increased craving for sugar and carbohydrates because they don't have that happy hormone. Too much of anxiety and alertness, which is not directly related to depression. Depression is all about low energy, but they become anxious. Okay, which is the opposite of depressive symptoms. Because anxious වුණාම මිනිස්සු කලබලයි. කලබලයි කියන්නේ the brain has started developing this hormone called norepinephrine, which is also called adrenaline. Then, so another important information about depression, findings says that 5% of the population is affected with depression. එතකොට 100ක් ඉන්න තැනක 5 දෙනෙකුට ඒ වෙලාවේ depression තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් at some point in their life they will face with depression. Also, some research has found that depression is the number 4 cause of disability at work, in personal life, professional life, education, etc. So I also want to talk something very important about stress, right? We all have different stresses. Stressors means things cause us stress in life. Children, money, relationship, co-workers, job itself. Sometimes we don't like the job we are doing. So we have, right? A human life. I want you to know there's no situation that we go without having stress, right? Human life we are bound to, our brain is bound to create some episodes of stress, because without that, we cannot act. අපිට ඒ ආතතියක් කියන එකක් නිර්මාණය වෙන්නේ නැතුව මේ පැවැත්ම යන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් උදේ ඇඳෙන් නැගිටින්න යම් ටෙන්ෂන් එකක් අවශ්‍යයි. දැන් එලාම් එක ගිය ගමන් ඒක හැපි සද්දයක් නෙවෙයි. right? ඒක පාටම ඒ ඇහෙන සද්දෙට බ්‍රේන් එකෙන් ට්‍රිගර් වෙන්නේ ඔය norepinephrine කියන නැත්නම් ඇඩ්‍රිනලින් කියන හෝමෝන් එක. norepinephrine or adrenaline, noradrenaline. This is the neurotransmitter that makes you act, alert. So make a note of it, mental note or otherwise. There are 3 main neurotransmitters responsible for our mood, right? The depression can be mood disorder. A mood disorder, we call depression a mood disorder, and there are 3 main, it's not hormones, sometimes we call it hormones, but fundamentally chemicals secreted in the brain, which are called neurotransmitters, and which affects our mood. The first thing is norepinephrine or noradrenaline. So that is the neurotransmitter or molecule responsible for activity, alertness, right? අර හුස්ම ගන්න අභ්‍යාස කරපු ගමන් දැක්කනේ මගේ voice එකේ change එකක් ආවා. That is because I secreted more of that norepinephrine. Yeah. So it increases the alertness, activity, right? The next one called dopamine. Now you are heading towards a good discussion, right? So pay attention, everyone. You have done good, so keep doing good. Dopamine. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that is directly related to reward mechanism in our brain. Therefore, it is the molecule that gives pleasure. Pleasure. Or feel good factor කාවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඒ dopamine. So norepinephrine is the precursor to dopamine. Dopamine එන්න හැදෙන්න කලින් මේ norepinephrine හැදෙන්න ඕනේ. ඇයි? දැන් මොනවා හරි දෙයක් ජීවිතේ ලබා ගන්න ඕන නම් අපි ක්‍රියාකාරකමක් කරන්න බෑ. යමක් කරන්න ශක්තිය අවශ්‍යයි. මොටිවේෂන් කියන්නේ හිත ඩ්‍රීම් කර ඉන්න එක නෙවෙයි. තේරෙනවද? අපි ප්‍රේරණය කියන්නේ අර විෂුවලයිස් කර ඩේ ඩ්‍රීම් කර ආසයව හිත ඉන්න එක නෙමෙයි. මොටිවේෂන් කියලා දැනගන්නේ කවුරු හරි මොටිවේටඩ් කියලා එයා ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙනවා. ප්‍රතිඵලය කරා යන්න. ඒ ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ ශක්තිය සමහර අයට නැහැ. ඒ ශක්තිය එන්නේ norepinephrine වලින්. හැබැයි achieve කරාම අර සතුටක් එන්නේ. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ භාවනාව ආරේ මෙතන අමුතුවෙන් achieve කරන්න. effort එකක් දැම්මනේ වැඩ ටික කරන්න. right? You put some effort to do the meditation, you followed my instruction, you did it somehow, right? I didn't make you feel good, you did it. So, ane feel good factor කියන්නේ dopamine. So dopamine is the pleasure hormone. You pay attention very carefully. You can crack you can solve many problems in your life if you understand this, okay? Look at yourself rather than just a human being as this person, like a machine, right? Like a bio process. Then you can hack this thing and just live a good life, okay? So, then api ආස දෙකට පෙළඹ වෙද්දී, right? When you are seeking pleasure, food, sex, travel, education, exercise, different stuff, right? I used to seek pleasure those days continuously from meditation. I was addicted in a way, right? So my parents, because I was a very young child, and I was so good in my studies, they got really panicked because I'm hours in meditation. And that makes me feel so good. I think people who are into drugs also doing it because it makes them feel good, right? Yeah. So similarly, then chocolate, carbohydrates, a satisfaction in a that is dopamine. So anytime you are seeking pleasure, satuta hoyanawa නම්, that is where you secrete this dopamine. මොන හරි දෙයක් accomplish කරාම ජීවිතේ, when you achieve something, right? You create dopamine in your head. Now, this is what happens. දැන් අපිට අපේ ස්වාමින් වහන්සේ තින්න නිසා උන්වහන්සේ නම් ගොඩාක් ලොකු උදව්වක් වෙයි මේ කතාව මේ ධර්ම මාර්ගයේ වැඩවලටත්. මේ this dopamine, which is directly related to the reward mechanism of the brain, දැන් අපි වැඩි වැඩියෙන් ආස දේ කරන්නේ ඒකයි. ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතුවද කවදා හරි ඇහුවද ඇයි අනේ මම මේ වැඩි වැඩියෙන් මේ දේම කන්න හොයනවා, මේ කෙනාම හම්බෙන්න හොයනවා, මේ දේම කරන්න හොයනවා, මොකද මේ? That is because it creates this so-called happy hormone. You feel good. Then you get addicted. But the problem with our brain is pain pathway in the brain and pleasure pathway in the brain are almost the same. ධර්මයේ තමයි මේ කියවෙන්නේ. බුද්ධ ධර්මය තියෙනවා මේ කතාව ඇස්සේ. Pleasure සතුට හොයන pathway එක brain එකේ center එක එකමයි දුකටත්. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ආස දෙයක් හොයලා සතුට හොයාගෙන යන ගමනේදී දිගටම ඇතුලෙන් pain එකක්, වේදනාවක්, දුකක් හැදෙනවා. දැන් ඒක වැඩි වැඩියෙන් ගන්න ඕනනේ. දැන් කාපු ගමන් යන ටිකට රස ආව ඉවරටම ඉවරයි. Right? Now you have to what? Increase higher dosage of that thing, isn't it? Then O level ඉවරනවා, A level කරනවා, degree, masters, PhD, then තවත් level එක. There's no end to our feel good factor no? If we keep on 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 5 million, 50 million, likewise, there's no end, right? So, but what happens when you achieve something? දැන් මොකක් හරි දෙයක් achieve කරනවා. දැන් even the drug addicts, right? Let's say you meditate for 15 minutes. Same thing, right? 15 minutes. And a person into an addiction has a little, get a little dose. And someone addicted to food has it. Someone addicted to sex has it with one person. Next day, they need something different to feel better. එකම chocolate කෑල්ල කාලා A level එකේ satisfaction එකම ගෙනවන්න. And say, oh, all of you have had sex, or maybe you would have had or not, it doesn't really matter. You have heard about the stories, at least you have seen movies, right? People don't get the same satisfaction. Next time when the same partner or different partner, that's why they keep changing the partner or they keep changing the methods, right? Some people are addicted to travel. I used to get addicted to travel those days, right? Meditation, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, and 1 month, sometimes they go on, but it doesn't go like that. After a while, this pain and pleasure pathways, right? So pleasure, when you seek pleasure, same time, pain pathway gets activated. So you need to do more of that pleasurable thing to be happy next time. Meaning the dopamine secretion slowly start reducing. So you need higher doses. Then addictive කට්ටිය මොකද ඒ වැඩිපුර ඒව ගහන්නේ. හොය යන්නේ වැඩිපුර. ඒ ගැහුවත් satisfaction එක පොඩ්ඩයි. Same thing. That is because with pleasure there's pain. There's a trade-off, right? What happened to Jaimini? Guess what? So I was addicted to success. Because in childhood, I perceived lack and limitation because of what happened in the family, etc. I was motivated to earn money, study, accomplish. And I was a type A personality. In a moment, I'll teach you what do you mean by type A. So I remember, so I go to the stage to receive, let's say, awards and the degree certificate, right? I don't feel happy. I still remember those days telling my friends, like I go and receive these certificates, gifts, and trophies. I'm not happy because you keep accomplishing and your threshold of satisfaction goes up and up and up. Your disappointment keep increasing, and you need variety of stuff to keep yourself happy. That's the problem with dopamine. It's not a problem. That is what's happening in our brain. We have to learn to deal with it, you know. So remember, dopamine is the motivation or pleasure-seeking hormone. So what am I asking you to do? Now, when we are sort of, you know, like, this is the importance of managing long-term stress as well as this pleasure-seeking behavior. සතුට හොයන වැඩි වැඩියෙන් සතුට හොයන ඒවා හොය යන මාර්ගය ටිකක් මොඩරේට් කරන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ නිසා. Because now you know the science behind it, right? You have to have some times in your life you are not seeking out for pleasure. Right? ඒතකොට කෑම වුණත් හරි ආස දෙය කෑව ඒක නැතුව කාලයක් ඉන්න ඕනේ. දැන් එහෙම නොවුණත් ස්වභාවදහම නැත්නම් ජීවිතේ ස්වභාවිකවම කොහොමත් ඔබව ප්ලැටෝ එකකට ගේනවා. මගේ අත්දැකීම් නම් එහෙමයි. Right? Because more you seek pleasure, say money or food or sex or education, accomplishments, talk to those people. There's a big emptiness in their life. Something's missing. Always something's missing. But they don't know what is missing. Right? Because they were addicted to this pattern of accomplishing things, and there is this stress. හැම වෙලේම මොනවා හරි අලුතෙන් satisfaction එකක් හොයද්දි දැන් කෑමක් වුණත් රසට හදලා කන්න දැන් මෙතන ඉන්න නෝනලා දන්නවනේ නේද කොච්චර effort එකක් දාන්න ඕනද හොඳ කෑම වේලා පිළිවෙලට හදන්න මොනවා හරි තියෙන එකක් කන එක වෙනස්නේ. You actually have to put effort. Meaning what? You have to wake up in the morning, you have to balance other work, right? Lot of stress. So we suggest you have to manage long-term stress in order to avoid depressive symptoms in your life. Huh? Long-term stress manage karone. The reason is this threshold of finally the brain, the neurons basically start secreting this dopamine and it gets saturated. Because remember, the pleasure and pain pathways are the same. Finally, it comes to a point that they kind of, you know, you have become numb. How much ever given, no satisfaction. Dopamine secrete when in. So then obviously you are heading towards depression. So managing stress in the long run, I repeat to you, day-to-day stress is needed to live life. You can't avoid it. If someone's saying they don't have stress, that's a lie. It's biological. Without the fight or flight response, we can't operate as a human being. But prolonged stress leading you to depression. Be mindful of that. Now, so I talk about the pain and pleasure pathway, right? Right. Yeah. Now I want to talk about also depression and genetic predispositions. Some people are biologically, like in their DNA, they are wired to be more depressed. Whereas some other people, they have that DNA structure, certain molecules in a way that they don't have that risk. We call it predisposition. That's a very interesting thing about this DNA structure. We actually call it gene polymorphism, right? This is the gene that create serotonin. Serotonin, I told you earlier. So there are three home neurotransmitters: norepinephrine, which is related to alertness and activity; dopamine, pleasure, motivation, related to your reward system in the brain. Then serotonin, the happy, comfortable, peaceful, easy, right? Here and now hormone. Maybe in mindfulness meditation, people secrete more of serotonin. That's why people get into more of meditation, like, because you are creating this happy hormone, happy, peaceful hormone. So there are people, their DNA has that structure in a way they create more serotonin. Whereas there are people who do not. So they tend to get more depressed, where other people tend to get a higher level of distress and therefore depression, right? Now imagine an angle like this. You see this? Angle like this versus an angle like almost like a vertical line, like this versus this. So if someone is like this, right, you can see this kind of scenario. There is this the episodes, we call it bouts or episodes of stress. There can be higher number of episodes of stress in a person like this. A person like this, as in not a person, but a person like this, having let's say their genes are like this. It's not genes are like this, okay? This is just a sort of example to explain this. If it is like this, there are lesser bouts or lesser number of episodes, stress episodes in their life, hardly any. But people like this, there can be frequent number of stress episodes. Research confirms higher the number of stress episodes in your life, you are more prone to depression any time of your life. That's why psychologists and neuroscientists and people who are interested in people's well-being often suggest, please manage your long-term stress. එක දිගට stress වෙවි යන episodes හදා ගන්න එපා ජීවිතේ කියන එක කියනවා. Right? I have an observation. This is my stuff, okay? My observation around 12 plus years professionally dealing with people. Type A and type B killer personality type versus depression. There is one category called type A and type B. So those days I used to fall into type A, extreme of type A. Type A is high achievers. They are constantly feeling something is missing and I'm not good enough. So they try to fill it up with it in some way. So for me, I was addicted to success, achievement, education, all that stuff, right? So some people can be money, relationships, or those kind of stuff. Anyway, it's about accomplishing something. Type B, on the other hand, they're already kind of enlightened beings. They actually feel quite content in life. So they don't have this drive to achieve. දැන් ඒ කාලේ මම HR consultant කෙනෙක් විදිහට වැඩ කරන කාලේ companies වලට දැන් අපි ගියාම අපිට motivation training කරන්න කියනවා. ලොකු ගණනුත් ගෙවනවා. මොකක්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ? What is the problem? They have hired type Bs. ඉතින් ටීම් එකක් ඉන්නවා 40ක් විතර. 40න් 35ක් විතරම type B. Type A එකෙක් හොයාගන්න නෑ. I can't remember a time except myself and one CEO in a company. I remember I could not find any person like being type A. Type A is aggressive, so they don't stay in organization. They usually start their own businesses, but they are highly susceptible to stress and therefore, in the long run, depression. Type Bs, on the other hand, very content. They don't try to push so hard. They tend to be more balanced, but in an organizational setting, they can be problematic characters because they don't achieve so much. They don't have that motivation hormone so much, right? So you will have to keep on doing training one after the other. Still, it's difficult to crack normally wired brain. Like you can't do abnormal stuff, but you can certainly enhance behavioral flexibility and improve performance, no question about that. But you can't force someone's brain to work differently, right? Then extroverts and introverts. I'm not saying extroverts tend to get depressed and introverts tend to get less depressed. Nothing like that. It's a different discussion. As you may already know, or in case if you don't know, I'll explain. Extroverts get energized by external stimulation. Introverts get energized by the energy within themselves. That's why at the end of a tired day, extroverts still want to talk. Right? Let's say I used to be a trainer some days, back-to-back training, 10 hours sometimes. I come home, I still want to talk and talk and talk. While driving, I want to talk. But introverts, after a tired day, they want to shut down. They want to connect with themselves. They'll be silent. They will not socialize. The related relationship with depression is this. This is what I have observed, okay? If you are an extrovert, you can successfully overcome depression or distress with others' help because you talk about your problem. Even if you have low energy, you will talk and express and get help. But extroverts suffer silently, can be very devastating, brain damaging. I talk with some experience with some people I know. Introverts, in fact, it's a finding in psychology that introverts, if they get psychological disorders, risk is high. No one knows that they have a problem. So if you are an introvert, you got to express, you have to open up. If you know introverts in your life, please ask them, how are you? Are you okay? You seems to be not okay. Anything I can do? You have to ask. You may feel like, am I bothering or something like that, but you should not think like that. You have to reach out, okay? Because I did not mention that one of the symptoms of depression is guilt and extremely being critical about self. Guilt and feeling bad about themselves to a level they can cause self-harm, including suicide. But extroverts generally express. But introverts, they won't. They will smile, be normal. Next day, the person is gone. Okay, so if you have introverts going further into their, cocoon, being silent, please break the silence and reach out to them. And if you have an extrovert, right, people like us, suddenly slowing down, not socializing, not wanting to talk to others, removing from discussions, being in isolation, sleeping, not opening up, not talking half of the amount they used to talk, that's a big sign. Still, you have to connect with them. Okay? Right. So I want to now talk to you quickly about the tools and techniques. Make notes, mental notes or otherwise. I'm going to just state it out because I have experimented them. It can work wonders in your life. Not only do I told you at the beginning, this is not just to manage depression or depressive symptoms or distress, but even if you're doing well in your life, to keep your cool or keep your mood, maintain that mood throughout the day, perform in a very steady manner. Manasa sansunva anga active. ඕකනේ කරා ගන්න ඕනේ. ඇඟ හොඳට active alert. හැබැයි මනස සංසුන්. brain එකේ රසායන ද්‍රව්‍ය අපි කියන මේ neurotransmitters ටික brain hacks කරාම අපිට මේ ක්‍රමවේද පාවිච්චි කරොත් අපිට මනස හැම වෙලේම සංසුන්ව තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. Mind is calm. Body is active, alert, super energized. And when needed, you can switch it off. Right? On and off කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. So මේ techniques ලියා ගන්න, මේ සටහන් කරා ගන්න. නැත්නම් හොඳට අහලා මතක තියාගන්න. First thing in the morning, you're supposed to have cold water bath. Okay? This increase your norepinephrine. අර කිව්වේ noradrenaline. Adrenaline කියන්නේ activity වැඩි කරන hormone එක, the neurotransmitter responsible for the alertness. It comes up when you go into a cold water shower or cold water bath. උණු වතුර උදේම නාන්න එපා. It helps you. Warm water shower or bath at night. Towards the evening only you have to take a warm water shower. That helps you create more of serotonin. Means you can relax with a warm water. That helps your sleeping. Breathing techniques. If you are having low energy, remember, if you're having low energy, that's कोई वेला खारिना energy ना lethargic, neutral, can't act, no motivation ना, you have to do that breathing we did last at the end of our exercise in this session. That one, okay? So every quick in breath increases the norepinephrine. Alright. It's technically the anger hormone, adrenaline කියන එක, right? Because you can act, fight or flight no. ජීවිතේම කියන්නේ සත්වයේගේ fight or flight. එක fight කරන්න ඕනේ, එක පැනලා දුවන්න ඕනේ. ඒ response එකට හැම එකටම ශක්තිය අවශ්‍යයි. So breathing exercise, that particular quick inhalation and deep exhalation, that is the one for low energy. Then anxious phenomena, samhara they are quite anxious, especially at night. And ladies, I have seen this often with women, they become anxious at night and they can't sleep, they can't eat properly, they become super agitated. So they want to calm down, or anytime, be a man also, you are too stressed out, too active, too energetic and out of balance now. You have to do a breathing like normal inhalation and long deep exhalation. Clear? Right? Long deep exhalation, normal breathing in from the nose, but longer exhalation. This helps manage that adrenaline rush. Then meditation, highly recommended types of meditation for people who are struggling with depression, distress, or low energy. Gratitude meditation, waking up with the feeling and word thank you. During the day, many times saying thank you, thinking thank you, feeling thank you to nature, to food, to water, really feeling grateful even to the problems in life. Thank you. Like me, personally me, when there are problems in life, the only word comes to my mind is thank you. I actually go, yes, because I still have that type A. My brain is still that, right? Because I know I can achieve something I can realize. For me, achievement is realization about things. Something new. Life has given me something new for me to realize. I say, yes, give it to me. And thank you, right? So it's an attitude. Of course, you have to develop over a period of time. White light meditation. You breathe in white light, breathe out white light. Loving kindness meditation. Maitri Bhavana. Mantra meditation, chanting mantras, any mantra, Buddha mantras, and Om and Om Mani Padme Hum, Gayatri mantra, anything that you know, for Jai Shri. That's a new mantra for your information. That's just not my name. That's a new code in the universe for your information that can create future now. That's why those days also I used to say, I'm the future today. You may see me as a woman, as a teacher, whatever, I don't care. I know who I am. I'm the future today. So those who have transcended time-space reality can use Jai Shri as a code to break free from past, connect to something new, brand new, unconditionally, okay? Transcendental meditation, maybe some of you know it. I used to teach that transcendental meditation. That's so powerful from Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And of course, for people in depression, with all due respect to the Buddhist tradition, I thrived using Vidarshana. I know that was the only meditation I knew best. But when I was an early child, I mean, when I was very small child, like 3-4 years old, I was brilliant in Samatha, but my life got disturbed halfway due to many things. Then I got into Vidarshana. Of course, you need to have that Vidarshana wisdom, that higher wisdom, in order to realize absolute truth in life. So for people suffering with depressive symptoms, I don't recommend. I actually first help them to bring life into balance. Exercise, how much more we have to emphasize the importance of exercise. Exercise is actually something that will protect you from further damage through these mood disorders and emotional imbalances. Exercise has to be part of your life. Yoga, dancing, Tai Chi, right? Any cardio training or any intentional physical movements daily is a must, because exercise, right, has to be part of your life at least 15 to 20 minutes every day. Now this is the scenario. People suffering with depression sometimes don't have enough energy to exercise even. So they have to first bring the diet right. ආහාර පාන රටාව හරිගස්ස ගන්න ඕන. ඒක හරිගස්ස ගත්ත ගමන් අර සමතුලිතය හැදිලා ස්වභාවිකවම ඇක්ටිව් වෙන්න ගන්නවා. But those who are having that balance, please bring in intentional movement, exercise, because it helps create that norepinephrine, that is alertness, plus serotonin. Exercise කරලි වරුණාම කොච්චර දාඩිය දැම්මත් බලන්න, you feel good. Now be mindful. We talk a lot of stuff today. Pain pleasure pathway. Some people get addicted to certain types of exercises and they will have to do more of that to feel good. Let's say yoga, right? You keep doing, after a while, you suddenly find you're not getting the same feel good factor with the same type of exercise. So bring in variety of exercises. Like 5 days exercise karanana, you have to bring in at least 2 to 3 different varieties of exercise. And those who are doing meditation, you have this Sakman Bhavana, or walking mindfulness meditation is really essential. I remember in 2019 going into the first and the last ever meditation retreat in my life. I was breaking all the rules. Of course, that monk, the head monk, very understanding. Of course, he was my teacher, right? Without him, I wouldn't have understood the fundamentals of Buddha's teachings. So I just stand up and I just go for walks. The ladies there, they are afraid. Think අපේ ගෑනු ගොඩක් බයෙන් ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මම ගණන් ගන්නෑ මම බය නැහැ. ඉතින් මං යනවා. කැලේත් තියෙනවා. මම ඔහෙ මං ඇවිදලා movement හොඳට ඇඟ move කරලා එනවා. So I knew naturally because I follow my intuition like a child. He also did not put restrictions on me. And I could meditate comfortably. I ate properly. Some people go into meditation and eat too much of carbohydrates and they can't focus, right? So now I'm going to quickly tell you, we have a few more minutes now. I'm going to quickly tell you the foods that you have to be very careful. The other important thing, right? See, our power has still not come. We are running on the battery. So I'll be quick. Essential. With every other technique I told you, it is essential you expose to sunlight first thing in the morning between 6 to 7. Must. Not only to deal with depression, to really have a significant improvement in your life. Exposed to sun. Not directly looking at the sun if it is too bright. 2 minutes minimum, 10 minutes maximum. If it is a cloudy day, around 20 minutes. Exposed to sun first thing in the morning increases that norepinephrine, thereafter dopamine. So there's motivation, there's alertness. You can activate yourself, which is a problem in depression. Towards the evening, now we miss that time. Fortunately, my windows are open, so I had some exposure to sunlight. which is my usual practice. That is 5:30 to 6. So 5 to 6, you have to expose yourself to the evening sunlight. Must, if you really want a different lifestyle, a new view. Simple things, but it goes a long way. Then I will be quick and tell you some dietary changes. Remember, inflammation is directly related to depression. Inflammation. So some people have very high inflammation. Their joints are inflamed, kidneys, livers, basically all internal organs are inflamed. Brain gets inflamed due to high stress. Finally, destruction of brain neurons. So you really have to be mindful of that. Increase the alkaline, meaning a lot of greens and green vegetables, but you're removing sugar, direct sugar and all indirect sugar. And you introduce bitter taste first thing in the morning. Hope some of you saw that video I did. Like we eat few neem leaves first thing in the morning, empty stomach. Some bitter taste, you introduce bitter taste first thing in the morning. High protein diet, whoever, plant protein, if you are eating animal protein, it's okay. High protein diet for lunch and high carb diet for dinner, right? It's highly recommended and research findings confirms for people to take omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil, what you find in fish oil. Or if you don't have, if you're a vegan or someone like that, you can have a plant-based omega-3. I think there are enough supplements now. It is must. I mean, it really significantly improves the depressive symptoms, right? So you are removing, if you want to remove inflammation, ඇඟේ ආසාත්මික තත්ත්ව වැඩි නම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අයින් කරන්න වෙනවා සීනි සහ කිරි. Kiri saha kiri sahita ahara, ice cream, butter, yogurt, all dairy for 1 month, all sugar for 1 month. See a miracle in your life, right? Like a පුදුමාකාර වෙනසක් වෙනවා ජීවිතේ. So direct sunlight, ඒකත් මම කිව්වා. For those who are like, let's say, on the path of spiritual evolution, enlightenment, personal development, we recommend them, they learn new cognitive capabilities through subjects like NLP, applied psychology. Also, there are people who are interested in learning energy medicine, like through Reiki. So there are some Reiki students here as well. Shakti again, study karot. Like I started when I was depressed with NLP. Then I went to learn Reiki, right? Those are the things that I want to suggest to you. One last but not least, something called neuroplasticity. Higher the plasticity of your brain, lesser the distress and also stress-related disorders. And depression for that matter. ඒ කියන්නේ අර පුංචි කාලේ වගේ අපේ මොලේ හොඳට අලුත් සෛල වර්ධනය වෙන්න ඕනේ. Plasticity කියන්නේ ඒකයි. So I personally recommend you wearing different types of clothes, different colors during a week. Eating variety of vegetables and whatever you are eating, have a variety. Don't get bored with one thing. Exercise, change it, right? Even your room and the furniture, whatever the basic or extra stuff you have, rearrange things, bring some variety and learn new skills. Any new skill, gardening, cooking, exercising, new type of meditation, new subjects. More you learn something new, you increase your neuroplasticity. Then වයසට යනවත් එක්කම මොලේ සෛල මැරෙන්න ගන්නවා. ඒතර මේ වයසට ගිහිල්ලා මිනිස්සු මැරෙද්දී අපි දකින්නේ ඇත්තටම මේ ඇඟ ලීව් කරන එක විතරයි වෙද්දි මොලේ මැරි යනවා. මොකද ගොඩාක් මිනිස්සු ජීවිතේ මගදී ජීවිතය අතහැරලා. So you really have to think of studying and learning new things, because then it enhances your neuroplasticity, which research confirms helps depression. On oral content cover kara darwane, I have covered almost actually technically all the content. 2 hours gone. I'm still and you are with me, right? We still have no power. I don't know why. That's the power cut. It is uninformed. I am quite happy. I hope you are happy. If you have questions, you can quickly post any specific question. නැත්නම් මට personally ගාමක ශ්‍රී හරහා පණිවිඩයක් යවන්න පුළුවන් jamini.s@gmail.com or through ගාමක ශ්‍රී. You can find out the time. Only thing අද උගන්වපු දේවල් වලින් I kindly request you to apply it for 1 month. I will personally, you won't even think of me, okay? But you have applied in your life, but I know who is doing it. So exactly in a month's time, through Gamaka Shri, I will connect with you. And I will help you further accelerate your wonderful life journey, purposeful life journey. I want you to have a new you in 2022. 2022 වෙද්දී අලුත්ම තමාගේ අලුත්ම ස්වභාවයක් embrace කරාගෙන ඉන්නවා. පරණ කර්ම ඉවර කරලා. බොහෝ ඒ කියන්නේ තමන්ට වේදනාකාරමන්ට හා අනිත් අයට වේදනාකාරී වූ කර්ම රටාවලින් නිදහස් වෙලා අලුත්ම ස්වභාවයක් නිර්මාණය කරගන්න මම උදව් වෙන්න කැමතියි. ඉතින් මේක උදව්ව අත්වලක් වෙයි කියලා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි රැඳිලා හිටියට. ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් දැන් එකක් හරි අහන්න තියෙන දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. රාංගිකා, අනුරාධා, නායනී, චාන්දනී, අමිතානන්ද තේරෝ. ඕකේ. මං ගැන කරුණාවෙන්ද ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න නැතුව ඉන්නේ. මගේ මූණේ පාට වෙනස් වෙලානේ වීඩියෝ එකේ. ලයිට් එළිය නැති නිසා. හදවතේ ආලෝකයෙන් තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. හොඳයි දරුවනේ. එහෙනම් ප්‍රශ්න නැත්තම් කමක් නෑ. ජයශ්‍රී තුදී හොඳයි සියලු යහපත සැනසීම වේවා. අපි අපේ මේ ලංකාවේ සියලු ලෝකවාසී සියලු සත්වයන්ටත් අපි මේ එකතු වෙලා කරපු මේ වැඩසටහනින් අපි ධනාත්මක ශක්තියක් නිර්මාණය කරා දැනගෙන කොටසයි නොදැන මහා විශාල දෙයක් සිද්ධ වුණා. Okay, so you knew it consciously only so much, but by connecting with me, regardless the fact that we didn't have power today, 2 full hours we went on connected, and through this understanding we brought light, awareness, higher wisdom. May that wisdom be a light unto everyone else in this world and every other being in all the world. සියලු ලෝක සියලු සත්වයන්ට සැනසීම, ශාන්තිය, සුවපත් භාවයම ලැබේවා, නිවනම වේවා. ජය ශ්‍රී, ජය ශ්‍රී, ජය ශ්‍රී. තෙරුවන් සරණයි.